Okay, are we all? Everybody, give me some baseline audio. Leslie, give me some.
Baseline audio.
Put it in my base.
That's your business.
Ew.
That's your business. That's your business. I'm not here to judge you for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't judge that officer. Like I get it, girl. You struggling, but you can't be the police and show off your titties.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
no.
I don't know where that came
Mm.
from.
She said, "Put it in my base." Okay, all right. Put it in there, girl. Put
I
it,
don't
put
even
it
know what
right
that
in.
means.
I know what it means now. I
I
know
don't know
what
what
it
it
means.
means, but it sounds provocative.
It gets the people going. Got me
It gets
going.
the people
Shit.
going.
Got me going. CULTURE 101. CULTU. Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What it is?
Hey.
Welcome
Bam,
back.
bam,
Welcome
bam.
black. Welcome to Culture 101, where we push the culture forward and what? Have a damn good time doing it. You know
That
what
we
it
do.
is. My name is Trish, y'all. I'm posted up in New York again. We're back remote. We're not together again. I know it
It's
was
so
a good
sad.
Bam,
time.
bam,
It
bam.
was.
But all good things must come to an end, except
I'll come
great
to a
things.
pause.
I mean, that was
My
the end of that
bad.
moment. It was
My
the end of
Yeah.
that
bad.
moment. That was a good weekend. I'm just saying it was a great weekend we had. Did we not have a
You're
great
right.
weekend?
We
Yeah, we
had a
had a great
great
weekend.
weekend.
So it's a wonderful thing. But we're good. But fuck it. Let's pass it right over to Merlin. Let's throw it right on over there. What's going on in
What's
Merlin?
up,
What's happening?
y'all? It's your girl, Sean the Don in the house,
Oh,
representing Maryland. Y'all can hear
over
me
there
right?
fighting for your life.
I'm fighting for my life. I know I sound a little nasally right now. I'm gonna rebuke the fact that I'm coming down with a cold. I'm not gonna say none of that. None of that is
Rebuke
happening.
that.
Rebuke it in
Mm-hmm.
the name of Jesus. But that is
Mm-hmm.
shabba. I almost turned into my grandma real quick and started talking in tongues.
Should have had a mask on in Florida.
You know how they had. I
What you
wore a
mean?
mask through the airport and I threw
Good.
one on at the
A
airplane, but then
mask
when
ain't
I
gonna
got there,
save you in Florida. You needed a
man,
hazmat suit. You needed
I
a
needed a
hazmat
hazmat
suit
suit. Mm,
in
mm, mm,
Florida.
mm.
Talk
And the
about
blood of Jesus on you, cause baby.
Yeah,
How was
Florida
your
was
weekend?
it was great. My work sent me on a conference out in Orlando. Half the people at the conference was leaving the conference to go to Disney, so that's funny as hell.
why would you not? You said Orlando. You really said the words
What
Orlando.
else
Well,
are you gonna be doing
well,
there? But nah, we took a little couple hours and went out to Daytona Beach. So that was
nice.
nice, about an hour
Did you go to
away.
the race?
No, we
Was there a
didn't. We rode
race?
past it,
I
but
don't
so
think it
I
was
seen
this
it.
weekend. No.
Yeah.
I seen the little stadium or whatever you call the racetrack. Yeah, I've
So you
seen
can
it
say
from
you've been there.
outside. So I can say
Mm-hmm.
I've been, yeah. I've never been in, but I've been.
So
But
I
it was
went
an
to the
overall
track. It
great
was
Close
cool.
weekend.
enough.
Shout out my job paid for me to go out there, paid for me to eat, paid for everything. So can't beat that.
I know that's right. Okay, little free
Absolutely.
trip. We love it.
Little
We
free
love it.
trip. How was your weekend, Liz?
Mine was very chill. I needed a weekend to just relax, recharge after all the like traveling and hustle and bustling I've been doing. So it was really good. Got to catch up on things for the podcast, some personal things I've been trying to set in motion. I finished one book, started another one.
Go
So I had a
ahead,
great
girl.
weekend. Yes, caught up on Love is Blind, which is a mess in itself because there's a whole other show going on TikTok as well. And this show it hasn't even concluded. So yeah, I had a very relaxing weekend, much needed.
What about you,
Good for it.
Tris? How was your
Good
weekend?
for it.
Was skate life this weekend?
Um, no, it wasn't, and it should have been.
He looks so sad.
It
Yeah,
really should have been.
damn.
No, I had to.
His whole
No,
mood changed.
no, because I had to miss out on skating because I mean I was working though. We went down to I had to go down to DC for a second, and I told you I was coming.
Oh,
I just want to
I
let
was
that
I
about
be
to
was
known.
say.
there.
I told
I
her I
was
was
Right,
coming.
around.
right.
She
You're right.
wasn't there, so
You're
I
right.
definitely told you. But no, we went down. It was a shoot. It was another piece that I had written with a
Nice.
friend of mine, Andre Brown. And so we were shooting this reel, and oh my God, everything in the world happened. Like I left at 1. I took a bus going down there. Left at 1 a.m. Got there at 6. And then we had
Yikes.
to get set up. It was raining. Had to set the
Mm.
shit up in the rain. It finally broke, and it was a horror. It was a horror film that we were
Mm.
shooting. And so then we finally got that shot. We finally wrapped. And then I was trying to get back earlier and catch an earlier bus or train or something. The only thing they had was like at 11. and the original one was leaving at midnight, and I was like, well, that's just not even worth it. So I didn't even get back to New York until 6 a.m. So yeah,
Dang.
it was a lot, but I think it turned out well. I can't wait to see that, and then we have another project on the pipeline that's coming in. So, but I can't give too much. I can't give it all away at once.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you know, but you know what you can give away, and you know what people are ready for. They're ready for what the streets need. They're ready
Oh,
for
good segue.
a little information to get them to where they need to be. Okay, better known as the Bulletin Board. Les, take it away.
All right. So we are going to start with the Morgan State University story, which I know has been making its round over the last week. So Baltimore police have determined that 2 shooters were responsible for the shooting at Morgan State University last week that injured 5 and prompted officials to call off or postpone their homecoming activities. The gunfire erupted around 9:25 p.m. on Tuesday, October 3rd, near the Thurgood Marshall Hall dorm, shortly after the Mr. and Miss Morgan State University coronation wrapped up on the first night of their homecoming events. The shooting sent students fleeing across the campus and prompted an hours-long lockdown. So, at a news conference last Friday, Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley said that the shooting was probably the result of a dispute between 2 groups of people that were not even the victims. So, of course, they start shooting. Bystanders are the ones who are hit, and not even the people who are involved in the altercation, unfortunately. Well, I'm not, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. So, 4 of the victims that were injured in the incident have been released from the hospital, while the 5th is still there, but they are in stable condition. So, thank God no one passed from this shooting. The wounded are 4 students between the ages of 18 and 22, and the 5th person was just visiting on campus from Baltimore County, I assume attending the homecoming events. The victims were not able to identify the shooters, so the shooters are still out there. The police are still looking for them. Morgan State President David K. Wilson said that classes will resume. We're recording this podcast on Monday, so they are to resume today, Monday.
Today isn't this a federal holiday?
I don't know. Like, we didn't get all the federal holidays off, did we, at Howard? I don't know.
Yeah, we for sure did.
No, they changed it. We don't. They changed it. They gave us
Friday,
Juneteenth, and they took away Columbus Day.
They couldn't give us both. Well,
They
Wait a
couldn't
minute,
give
but
us
hold on.
both.
We're not even in school in June. The fuck they mean?
But just for work being off.
Oh,
Like,
that's real.
my job
That's
is
real.
off on Juneteenth now.
Okay.
Got
We
it.
definitely weren't in school during Juneteenth. Like, I don't know how that would serve me,
I'm
but
about to say, because the kids are still off today, because my niece and nephews were off Friday and today, but my sister had to do a PD day on Friday, but she's off today, so I guess it depends.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
anyway,
people put PDs instead of
in place.
just so that you can still have that day off.
Got it. Well, no, she still had to work all day.
well,
Oh,
well.
so the classes are to resume this week. And the university is going to provide one-on-one counseling for the victims. And the school will be mindful of the events that transpired as they're trying to ramp back into, classes, testing, and all the stuff that they were already in the mix of. So again, they are still searching for the shooter. So if anyone has any information regarding that, there is a $9,000 reward for anyone that can help lead to the shooter's arrest. So prayers go to Morgan State, go to the victims, all the students traumatized by this, because goodness gracious, especially during like homecoming where you're just there to have a good time, enjoy one another, and then this happens in the midst of it. Like, that's too scary.
It was definitely scary. In my full-time job, Morgan is one of the schools that I work with. So I have about 53 students that go to Morgan that are on my caseload. Definitely made sure all of them were okay. I didn't hear any incidents of any of them being my student, thank God. But thank God, even the students that were harmed, it wasn't anything life-threatening. So just prayers, thoughts, and wishes on everything going out to those scholars.
Right. Amen. Yes, for sure. Did any of your students say if they knew any of the victims?
I didn't get any of that information.
Okay. That's fair. But yes, prayers go out to the victims, their families, all the Morgan State students, faculties, admin, everybody there. And we're just hopeful that the suspects will be caught and, punished accordingly. So,
I mean, I agree with all of that. I'm just curious as to why it's $9,000. Like it just seems like a
Instead
very
of
strange
10
sum.
or
Right, 10
like
or
why?
5, 15.
That's
It's
like
just
this
like
all the
why
money
is
that
it
we can scrape
9?
up.
it's
Right,
Baltimore County. Maybe that's all they had. I
it's
don't
just
know.
like why is it specifically 9? That was just my only question. That was all. But moving on.
Maybe that's all they had. I don't know. All right. So my next story I titled "I Got Stopped by a Lady Cop." Wee wee wee. Yeah, like a cop car. Okay. So I was gonna do the whole verse. But I was like, no,
I
let
mean,
me.
low key, you could have done it because I was kind of ready for it.
I
I
thought
just love
about
that.
it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to talk about songs that put you in a certain place and space, I immediately remember where I was when the first time I heard Mrs. Officer.
Wanted
My
Howard.
God. Oh yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Howard. Okay, so I thought this story was very interesting. I can't wait to get your thoughts on it. So, the Minneapolis Police Department is investigating an officer for her side gig as an OnlyFans model.
Ah!
I knew he'd be tickled by this one.
Oh, hold on a
I'm not that shocked.
second.
Like, what's wrong with a cop being an OnlyFans model? What's she selling?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So,
Everything.
so
Hopefully. I don't know.
not hopefully. This came after she pulled over a subscriber during a recent.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get through. We gotta get through. I'm sorry.
We do. That was only 2 sentences.
Yeah, I just you gonna understand what the images in my head.
Oh God.
Like you were pissed off. She pulled you over, and he was like, "Man, who is this bitch gonna pull me over? I can't believe."
Well,
And then you look over, you're like, "Damn." Well, thank you for your subscription.
so it sort of happened like that. So the unidentified cop who works in the city's fourth precinct is being probed for any policy violation she
She's
may
being
have
probed, you
committed.
say?
Shut up. It was right there. I can't even be mad at that. So she's been let me want to say it again. For any policy violation she may have committed running the adult content subscription service while working for the department. The driver said it took him 10 minutes to recognize the 35-year-old officer as someone he's seen over the past 5 months.
That means she's a real good performer. That means she was doctored up properly. I like that.
And apparently she was consistent. He's seen her the past 5 months have sex and post explicit photos online. So after realizing who she was, the driver said he had a problem with the officer's authority and is quoted saying, "You can't arrest me no more. I've seen your private parts."
I can't. It's too much.
That's not a real reason to not be arrested. What?
Look. I have a hard time taking niggas seriously that on a fucking bike and bike shorts. Talking about you gonna do nigga, you wearing spandex. How the fuck am I supposed to? You a figure of authority? Fuck out of here. Oh my
So
God.
he continues to say, "I wouldn't want her to arrest me. And I just saw you and your husband last night for $29.99 have sex on OnlyFans."
Oh my God.
He said,
man.
"I just can't respect you or the precinct that you're working for." So
Love it. I love it.
now it did not confirm if she did give him a ticket or take him in or anything like that. That's where the information about him stopped. So I don't know if that got him off the hook or not. But the MPD's off-duty employment policy prohibits officers from working in any business that is not compatible with police work, including any establishment that provides adult entertainment in the form of nude, semi-nude, or topless exhibitions. The department opened an investigation and are looking into the
To the left, to the
situation.
left. Everything
That's her
you own in
business.
a box
I
to the
even think that
left.
that's like you should not look at somebody as an authority figure because of what they do on their free time. So no,
Sure,
I don't
but if
think
it's
so.
a direct policy, if it goes against the policy of the department, they do have grounds, I guess, to fire her once they conclude their investigation. But
Yeah, but
I
my
can
nigga
see,
still need a ticket. He deserved that ticket.
yeah,
Fuck that
because he still
ticket.
did something wrong.
Fuck
Yeah.
that ticket. Nah. How you gonna write me a ticket? Girl, I wish you would. I'm unsubscribing tonight. Fuck out of here. I wish you would write me a ticket. Please. You said $30?
She must
That
be
means
really good.
that's what I'm saying. I don't pay
Yeah,
$30
that's a
to see
lie.
anybody fuck. let alone like online. So that means that she's doing something special. You know what I'm saying? That means he probably bought a pair of her used panties and everything. I'm returning them shits tomorrow. I wish you would.
He should
No,
have negotiated and said either the city gets this money or you get this money. Pick your poison. Like that's what his response could have been.
No, she need to be fired. I think she need to be fired immediately. Immediately. And I'm gonna tell you why. How long it take you to become a doctor?
What is 16 years, something like that?
Doctor.
It's like 8.
Right. How long it take you to become a lawyer?
Well, I mean 8 on top
7
of
years.
All I'm saying is
no, because with doctor it's 4 years undergrad, 4 years medical school, and then they have to do their residency and all that stuff
at least
too.
2 to 3 years of residency, and then not
counting, minimum of 10 years.
Right, not counting post fellowships and other stuff that go along with it, especially for your field. Right. How long does it take you to become a lawyer? Roughly 6 years or so, right? Because you got 3 years of law school,
7,
you know,
and
4 years undergrad, all the other stuff, right?
Cosmetologist about 2 years.
Right. All of that stuff. Police officer, it take you about 6 months, sometimes less than that. And you an authority figure with a gun and whatnot, you're supposed to uphold society and whatnot. And it clearly says in your contract, you're not supposed to do that. No, fire her immediately. No, I don't see you as a figure of authority.
Selling her body have to do? Well, not selling her body,
because if prostitution,
but it's not prostitution.
Nope,
it's not prostitution.
But it is.
OnlyFans is
not prostitution. Very much so. It's prostitution. It's digital prostitution. That's exactly what that is.
Let's label it as sex work,
which is prostitution.
Which is
called prostitution.
No, it's not. And being politically correct.
How is sex work not prostitution? I'll wait.
It's not prostitution. It's not the same.
What's the difference?
They have
Can you give me the differences?
They're different.
What are the differences? What are they?
They
Tell
are
me,
different.
Right now. What are the
they
definitions?
They are different, and that's it.
Because they're not. That's the point.
That's the fucking
point. If you pay for some sex shit, that is prostitution.
Well,
and that's
prostitution is paying a direct payment to have
and directly paying her.
The person to perform the act with you versus OnlyFans is you're uploading content that you've already done.
I said digital prostitution is what I said. Digital
because I think what Sean's saying is not the same thing because
does she do? But she probably
that person. Oh, my balloons, my bad.
Hilarious. But does she not do one-offs? She don't do one-offs? If she does one-offs or does any private videos,
what's that
I directly...
But still, a video isn't the same thing as having direct contact with that person paying
That's what I'm saying. No. I'm talking about on OnlyFans, for like people's fans, you can pay for direct access to the performer. So you can go and have a private video chat with them and be doing stuff.
But a private video chat is not having sex with them.
That's
direct. No, it's digital.
That's direct contact.
There's still a screen in between
digital
you
prostitution.
And the physical contact.
Digital prostitution. Look, if you're gonna arrest that lady, if you're about to go and arrest people prostituting out here for vice and shit, then you need to be fired. You need to be fired. Take your ass off the force. Do OnlyFans on full time. That's what you need to do. And look, it's no disrespect.
Making money, so she could.
That's what I'm saying. And it's no disrespect to her. And I'm no disrespect to her. Like, I'm not saying that she's a bad officer or any of that stuff. But if you're going to be out here doing some digital host stuff, which is fine. That's your business. And that's fine. I respect it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you can't be a cop. No, I'm sorry. No, absolutely
I don't think
not.
That's the problem.
No. If you were a doctor, that's different. If you were a lawyer, that's different. But you're a police officer.
Why is that a doctor? Why would a doctor be different? Because I don't want my doctor selling their body and then coming to me and I
have no issue if you're a doctor. I'm talking about because the thing is that as an authority figure,
supposed to have some kind of authority. That means that you don't have sex like everybody else.
Okay, so do you want your politicians on OnlyFans? That's a civil servant, an authority figure. Is that cool?
I wouldn't care.
So if Ocasio-Cortez started popping it right now, we still vote.
I personally don't want that for her.
Stop it. No, if a politician can't do it, cop can't do it. No. Take your ass. If the mayor can't do it, no. What if Mario Bowser was over here showing the titties off on OnlyFans? Fuck out of here. No.
Stop.
If they was white, they would get away with it, but you name too many people of color.
If you was white, you need to be fired too. You should be fired immediately. Fuck out of here. No, fired.
Well, she just might be. So if there is an update,
and if they ask me to vote, I'm voting for it too. I hope they sign a petition, and I want her fired. Gone.
A mess. All right, moving into the next one. I just titled this simply Captain America. I don't know if y'all heard about this story. It's been going viral over the last few days, but it brings up a good conversation about celebrities and their boundaries. So Anthony Mackie, who we know as the Black Captain America, he was a trending topic on social media last Monday in a discussion about celebrity boundaries and privacy after a video captured the Marvel star declining a grandmother's request for a photo for her grandson. So a woman identified as Anja approached Mackie asking if he could take a photo with her grandson, to which she acted politely declined. Audra then shared the encounter with a friend who bravely took the child back to Mackie, seemingly in hopes of persuading him to change his mind. When the friend requested the autograph again, Mackie stood firm on his decision and said absolutely not. Mind you, they were I think they were at a game or something like that, and, he was, having fun with his friends, drinking, having a good time or whatever. So the second attempt was filmed without Mackie's consent and has since been deleted at the request of another party involved. So she took to social media to criticize the entertainer, saying, "No one ever believes when I say the new Black Captain America does not take pictures with kids. Don't get me wrong, I understand celebrities wanting their space, but
he's not on his tour no more.
Let me finish. But kids, every single time, you're a superhero, sir, in the Marvel universe." While she did find some support from some social media users, others saw the other side of it when it came to Mackie's and his boundaries. So what are y'all thoughts?
I literally just have a conversation about this shit. Not even specifically Anthony Mackie, but about this, like when we were on set this past weekend. Because it was like, do you really want all that comes with that fame? And I tell people this all the time. It ain't necessarily about being famous. It's about people knowing your work. Because, like, I love the fact that I can just go to the grocery store any time of the day, wash your clothes, whatever, and people not over here, well, let me get your picture, let me sniff you, let me take your drawers, whatever. No. Like, people are fucking crazy. People do whatever. And, like, because he didn't want to take a picture of one kid. Now, generally the rule with athletes and stuff, it's if it's a kid, you try to stop. But the thing is that that's at the arena. That's not in your personal life. He was with his friends at a game. I don't know how much he paid for them seats. What if he bought all his friends tickets and shit? He trying to enjoy a fucking game, and you over here pestering. Like, what are we talking about right now? Can he not have any space sacred?
How many times throughout the day does that happen to him? And then the one time he fucking says no, now he's the villain. It's like, come on, man. Let these people. And a lot of people don't want to be famous. Just because you are famous doesn't mean that you wanted to be famous. Or just because you want to be an actor doesn't mean that you want to be famous. That means that you want to do your work. You want to let your work shine. But that doesn't mean that you want the fame that comes along with it. Because me personally, I can say for myself, I wouldn't want to be famous. I don't want, like Tristan said, people to come up to me fucking asking to sniff my drawers. Like, nobody wants that. Like, because
you
trying to enjoy a random ass Saturday with your homies.
With your
like,
people,
what if he's drunk? I don't want to take no damn drunk picture of a child.
Smelling like liquor next to this kid.
It's like that would have been that would have been the whole line. Anthony Mackie,
talking about I can smell that liquor on your breath. I've been drinking, bitch. Yeah. Of course you can smell it. What are we talking about here? This grown ass man. Like, he politely declined. He didn't say fuck off. He said, hey, not right now. I'm doing some shit. Like did he curse at you? Was he rude? Like, if he was polite. If he was polite about it and say, hey, not right now, I respect that. As long as you're not rude, because if he was rude, you have every right to be like, he's an asshole. I get that. But if he politely said, hey, come on, I'm with my homie now. Come on now. This ain't the time.
Right.
Like, what if he was with his girl? What if he was with his lady and you did that shit?
White people be so damn obligated to shit. Like, why do you think this man has to take a picture with you?
Yeah, I don't think so. But
sounds about white to me.
I think they were black. I want to say, I don't quote me on that, but because like the grandma made a point about him being the black, Captain America.
That does sound like a black
kid being able to see this superhero that looks like them, type of thing. But I agree as far as like celebrities are people too who deserve to have their boundaries and not have to like succumb to like, oh, because I'm this celebrity, I have to take this picture, I have to sign this autograph, I have to type of thing. If they're not feeling it, they're not feeling it. Everybody has their days and their moments. I was listening to a couple of different podcasts talk about this. Actually, one of them was Rachel and Van on Higher Learning. And Rachel saw both sides of it, of course, but she talked about her own experience when, especially being a kid, right? She said when she was younger, she, grew up in Dallas, so big Cowboys fan. And it was back when like Emmett was playing. And I think it was like at a book signing or something like that. She stood in line, she said, for hours trying to get her book signed. And when she went up there was like no small conversation. He just like signed it and like passed it off or whatever, not even a hi or hello or anything like that. She said since then, of course, in the line of business she's in, she's met him several times over. They're fine, whatever. But she said that sticks with the kid when they see their heroes or like, you know, people they admire and then they meet them. And what's the saying? Don't meet your heroes or something like that.
Yeah.
Like how you can be disappointed when you meet them in real life, and it sticks with kids. So she was just saying, like, maybe when it is a kid, maybe you go ahead and suck it up and do it just because that will remain with them for a long time. But I see both sides of it, but I am a firm believer in boundaries, and there are days, and I'm just regular old me, but there are days where I ain't feeling it. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't feel like doing anything. So it's like you have to honor how you're feeling. And if in that moment you don't feel like taking this picture or signing this autograph, you're not obligated to do it. So
Yeah.
I mean, there is a contract that you sign.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a work.
Usually when you're doing like movie promo and stuff like that, like, so you have to be engaged with the fans, but he's not doing that. That movie ain't just come out.
Because I understand that, like, there's a contract that you sign because you are indeed famous, and you do need people to know who you are because no one's gonna come see the movie if they don't know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? So, like, and people need to be invested in you. So, like, there's a certain level of decorum. But he did the decorum. The decorum was I politely declined. I even engaged you and didn't even. He could have just acted like you didn't exist and called security and told you to go away. But he actually spoke to you and said, hey, not right now, but I appreciate that you're a fan and everything. That was the level. That was it. That was I feel like he upheld the contract. That unwritten rule, you know what I'm saying? So no, I agree. Now it sucks that it was a kid, because I do feel like it's a kid, I get it. But I mean, again, like to Sean's point, he could have been drunk. I'm not taking no fucking picture while I'm drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
Not with no kid. I'd be like,
not with a kid, because that would have been the next
Captain America smell like Dos Equis. Talk about Captain America smell like Dos Equis. Nah, man.
That would have been a whole other story. Oh, Anthony Mackie is drunk, taking pictures with kids, and that would have painted him in a bad light. So it would have been even worse.
You did the right thing, big dog. We did the right thing. You did the right thing.
I agree. I just hate that we live in this world that we're like, people put people on blast if they don't get their way type of thing. 'Cause that's what this grandmother did, essentially, trying to like have vitriol behind her, like, oh, he, disrespected me, he wouldn't do this. And it's just like, he just simply said no. It doesn't have to be this bigger situation, but it's the times we live in, so here we are. But yeah, that's all I have. So I will keep my ears to the street and report back next week.
Yay.
Let me see if they'll do it.
Of course it's fucking good. Oh, God.
Shout out to iOS 17.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Sean the Don, and I'm here to tell y'all that we now have merch up live. You can find some t-shirts, you can find puzzles, you can find candles, whatever you want, we got it. Come check us out at culture101podcast.com.
Hello, and welcome back. So, guys, today for our lesson plan, we took a topic that's been just raging like wildfire all over the interwebs. This when the math ain't mathin', whether it be girl math, boy math, police math. There's all kind of math. I mean, honestly, that's the math I feel like most people need to know about, so we can decipher this shit before it ever gets started. But today we're going to have a good time. I think we're going to have a good time. And I think my co-host would agree that we're going to have a good time talking about when the math ain't mathin'. And I believe we're going to start with Sean. Sean, you are starting it for us, if I'm not mistaken?
Okay. Yes, I can start us off. So I had black math. And
It's already funny. It's already funny.
As y'all know, we have been learning black math since before we could even count.
Yeah.
Twitter and TikTok has given me some excellent examples of some black math that I wanted to share with y'all.
Love it.
So the one that hit close to home for me is offering food equals apologizing. That is the only, my mama never said sorry to me when I was a kid. What she would do is come in my room and be like, you want something to eat? That was her way of saying sorry. And that resonated with me so hard, y'all. I was like, damn, did we grow up in the same fucking household? Because
Yes.
How?
All raised by the same black mama.
Another one. Black math is thinking, I ain't forget about you is a form of payment. You know when somebody owes you some money?
Ooh.
I ain't forget
Ooh,
about you,
I
dog. I ain't
felt
forget
that in
about you,
my
bro.
soul.
I ain't forgot about you.
I felt that
So
in my
when you
soul.
going, if you remember and you still ain't paid me back, then what are we doing right now?
What are we talking about?
They're letting you know that you're still on the books. You're still on the
You
books.
still in the
You are
books.
still on the books.
Pay me and take me off the books. How about that?
Pay
That's not
me my fucking money.
Pay me what you owe me. Don't
clearly
act
it's
like
not in the
you
budget,
forgot.
but it's you still on the books though. They want you to know I ain't forgot about you, dog. I ain't forgot
Mm,
about you.
So
child.
now, in
Hilarious.
terms of halves versus wholes for black math,
Yes.
halves
Talk
versus
about it.
whole is never calling your half sibling your half sibling. They
Oh,
always your
never.
full sibling because y'all got the
Correct.
same mama.
Well, see, I ain't gonna hold you. I've always called my half siblings half because we got the same daddy, but because the age gap
Right, y'all
was
ain't got the
so
same mama.
right, but the age gap was so vast that we didn't like grow up around each other or grow up in the same household, so it always felt like half versus like if we grew up closer. So
If you grew
I
up
get
closer,
that though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
It's
just say
really about if y'all
sibling.
have the same mom but different daddies, then you never say half.
yeah, but
But
we got the same daddy, different
y'all
mamas.
got the
So
same daddy,
Like
different
I
mama.
yeah,
understand y'all left the same birth canal, but like that don't change like where the chromosomes lie. Like it still have. Like y'all still have. I get that,
I
but
have
like
never referred my brother and sister would be they're full siblings to each other, but we are half siblings because we got different daddies.
I
Like
get
they
that.
got the
I
same
gotcha,
get
daddy,
that.
gotcha.
I got a different daddy.
But y'all grew up
But I
together,
never
so
called them my half sibling.
Why
That
would
never
you?
even crossed my
Why would you?
mind.
Yeah.
yeah, because y'all grew up together though. That I feel like
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, that's really the like the deciding factor. Like my mother has other siblings, like she one, two, three, four. Yeah, she has four
He
siblings.
going down
All
the
of them.
tree and across.
No, I have to really think. I have to really
All
think
right,
about. It. They
who
all
is
share the
this
same
one? Who is
father.
this one?
Right.
Right. No, my uncle West. Then you got some. Then you got Tifa, my aunt Tifa. Then you got
Hey, Tifa.
Simone, and then you got
Hey
my mom.
Tifa.
And then you got Amina. Yeah. So like I'm saying, like they all have different mothers, but like
Mm-hmm.
none of I don't. You would never hear them say that's my half brother or anything. That's just my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
And they didn't
mm-hmm.
really grow
Yeah.
up together, but like they're all still real cool. You know. So
Love it.
you know.
Love it.
We
All right. So one that I find the most hard is adjusting for the black don't crack rule when you're trying to guess somebody's age. That came up in Black Math.
oh,
So I have the worst time trying to guess somebody's age, especially when they're
I don't
black.
do it.
You're literally, they could tell you, yeah, back in my day, and they before cell phones, and you're still like, damn, you're not 32? Like,
Right. It's funny because normally I get younger, but the other day someone was like, "Oh, you 38?" 38. I was so offended. I said, "I am 38." I was so offended
yeah, I was
because
Did
I
you
like,
know
cut
you're
38
them?
hot.
You
younger.
cut them, right?
Yeah.
You
Well,
cut that
it
person, right?
was it was through text, so we were in person for me to do
I would
So
have
you
so.
sent them a
sent them a
couple texts,
knife.
sent
I'd have
them a
sent
couple
them a
knives.
knife. Something. A
Child,
gift
I
of
should have.
Chucky
I
doing this,
should have.
something.
I should
Were
have. I
they
was so
black? Because
offended.
they didn't go by the black don't crack rule.
Yes, they were black. They are actually 2 years younger than me. So how they guessed 38 when we're only 2 years
Is
apart?
this a cousin or something? It was your cousin being funny, right?
No, it wasn't a cousin. No, it was just somebody.
No.
Right.
I no, the oldest I've ever felt, right? I mean, last night I was talking to a friend of mine, their child, and they were trying to show me a TikTok dance. That made me feel old because I didn't get it right away. But that's not it. I was at the beach, right? There's like the dudes at the beach, right? They sell stuff, they're yelling out. I got, every possible thing you could conceive of at the beach they have in their bag. And so he's walking by, right? And with my lady, we out there, right? He said, "Yeah, what's up, OG?" I said, "Nigga, what? Did you just call me
Oh,
OG?"
gee.
You called
OG.
me OG?
I said,
Well,
Dang.
which one is worse, OG or Unk?
I feel like OG
they
because
both they
Unc is in between though. I feel like
nah,
it's
they're
like
synonymous.
young
That's
blood,
that's lateral movement. That's lateral
OG.
movement. OG, Uncle, they the same thing.
You
They
might
the
be right
same
because when
thing.
I think of Unc, I think of like Shannon Sharp. When I think of OG, I think of
Right.
like prime time.
Because
So it's like
you could be Unc all the way to you like 60. Because then when you 60, you
true.
pops. Then you pops. Pops is old.
Pop
Pops
is
Now,
grandpa.
Pops
Yeah.
is just ignorant. Like,
Mm-hmm,
to
Pops
call
mm-hmm.
is
somebody
pops is
Pops,
like you got gray beard. That's gray
Yeah, yeah,
beard.
yeah.
Gray beard is pops. If you got any type of gray in your beard, they gonna call you pops. It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
all right, now, lastly, we have some timetable black math.
Timetables.
All right, give it
Timetable.
to
Give you
us.
some times. So when a black person says I'm around the corner. How many minutes y'all think that is?
30,
30 definitely
45.
ain't around the corner. It's
It
gonna be
definitely ain't around the
a little
corner.
minute, right?
It's at least 15
Around the
minutes.
They
At
probably
least
like
15.
down the street, maybe a couple of streets over, maybe haven't turned in the neighborhood yet. Like,
And
Yeah,
depends on
around the
and it depends
corner.
on how they told me. It depends on how they told me you were around the corner. If you texted me that, you're at least 45 minutes away. Now,
right,
Yeah,
if
you
you
right.
ain't
on the
even leave.
phone, if you on the phone, I ain't nothing but around the corner, nephew. 15 minutes away. 15
Yeah,
minutes.
I think that's
15
fair.
minutes.
15 minutes, well, we got 10 minutes away. That's what the Black Twitter
10 to
consensus
15.
is. 10 to
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes is almost there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at around the corner. Almost there is about 30, 40
You just
minutes
got on the
away.
road. You just started driving. If you're
On the
almost
way, I'm at the
Now,
house.
on my way means I'm
you
still
still
at the
at that
house.
house. Correct.
So you ain't even
Facts.
leave the house yet when you said I'm on my way.
On my way is when I'm like, I finished my hair and makeup. I just put my clothes on. Now I'm putting my jewelry on, gathering up stuff in my purse to head out the door. So it's gonna be another 5 minutes or so before I
I might
actually
not even be in the
walk out the
shower
door.
yet if I sit on my
Do
way.
y'all?
I might not even
Dang,
be in the shower
really?
yet.
See, I'm better at
Damn.
that.
Well, because it takes me less time to get ready than it probably
And
takes
it
you to
takes
get
me
ready.
more time.
So
Yeah.
really, on my way means that I'm gonna leave the house in less than 20 minutes.
Okay,
That's what
You
that
fair.
means.
leave the house
Fair,
in
fair,
less than
fair.
20 minutes.
I'm on
Right.
my
Mhm.
way is like 5 to 10 minutes for me. Like I'm doing my last touches.
Nah, I say 5 minutes is when I say pulling up because I want you to be outside by the time I get there. So if
Yeah, if
I
I'm
say
picking
Right.
pulling
somebody
up,
up, yes.
that's 5 minutes.
Because
No,
If I
you
I
say
be
say
walking
pulling
that
up,
10.
road though.
I say
you
10.
say pulling up and you 10 minutes away, that would piss me off if I came out that
No,
door.
because it depends on the person I'm talking to. I
That
know how
part.
some of these Negroes are. I need to
See
say
how we
10.
really got to become mathematicians? Because now it's not only the amount of time that it really takes you, it's the amount of time that the person that you're talking to is going to think it's going to take you. So the math is just too intricate. It just keeps going and going.
No, you get a feel for it. You get a feel for it as time goes on. You get a feel for it. As the old folks say, keep on living. You'll find out.
And it's crazy because different people, like my mom's on my way, is totally different than my sister's I'm on my way.
Oh,
Facts.
for
You
sure.
really got
For
to, you got
sure.
to, you really got to differentiate. I can't even say that word. The two different
Differentiate.
people.
Ed.
What? What?
I thought she was speaking parcel tongue. I was like, she don't watching Harry Potter. Got to stop watching
What?
Harry Potter, girl. She said, I sick a shot.
Didn't
I
even-
thought about trying, and I couldn't do it. So
You
that's
can
all
just
I
say
had.
yes. Yo, I
How much
can't.
math you got left, ma'am? How much math you got
That's all
left?
I got for my black
Wait,
math.
can I add a couple to black math?
Yes,
What
add
you
some
got?
black math.
Okay. What does you better than me equal?
Oh, that's fucking funny. You better than me means I would never do that shit.
Exactly. You stupid as hell.
You can't catch me doing that. That's you better than
Okay.
me.
Or
If
couldn't
it
be
was
me.
me or couldn't be
Uh-huh.
me,
You stupid as dog. I can't even do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How about saying long story short, but you've been talking for 45 minutes.
It could be longer. It could have been longer. It could have been longer. I left out shit purposely. That's what that meant. I left
I
out
got
shit
this
purposely.
one cousin that always says long story short, but none of her stories that I've known her all of my life, and I've never known her to have a short story.
They
Not
never
one.
do. They never do.
That's real. That's super real.
Saying you got one more time, but that was actually your last time.
That or saying
No, or you picked the right one. You have
you
not
picked
picked
the
the right one.
right
Right.
one.
You have,
When you actually picked the wrong one.
Equals you have picked
you
the
picked the right
wrong
one today.
And it's always
It's go
today.
time. It's go time.
Yes, yes. Using words like 5011 as a unit of measurement
5011.
or umpteenth.
Umpteenth, that was the
I
one.
say
That was my
umpteenth all the
favorite.
time.
Umpteenth.
Umpteenth all the
Say that
time.
all the
Oh,
time.
you didn't did this for the umpteenth time. I was just like, word.
That means
word.
that you done hit the quota. That's it. You done did
Exactly.
it too many times. One too
Exactly.
many.
Yeah.
What is that little saying? If I told you once, I told you twice. But they in fact have only told you once.
If I told you once, I told you twice.
I
That's
told
all
you
it is
once,
to
I told
it.
you twice. You sit up there like, well, how does that make sense?
Right. Oh my goodness.
All right, what was your last one, Leslie?
The last one is if a kid says that they're sick, but they laugh or smile, then
Oh,
they're
You're not
God.
really sick. You're not really sick. No. It
Sickness in
can
a
be
black
funny and I'm
household
sick.
equals no fun, no entertainment, no enjoyment.
nothing. No enjoyment. Like Mom, I just laughed at something I saw on TV. Up, you ain't sick. Get up, go to school. It's like what? That's crazy.
If I was sick, I was selling it from like the night before. Like the night before, I had already started my descent into illness. Like the night before, the morning of, like the whole day, like you know,
I cannot.
I can't even. It's a whole production because you got to get that day off of school. It's important.
That's real.
Important.
That's real.
Too important.
That's real. Well, Tristan, why don't you tell us about some boy math? I am so curious about
There's not a bunch. There's only a few things.
Because niggas can't count.
Okay.
See, that's just hating ass shit right there, and that's okay. But that's all right. The first one we're gonna go with the game is on. If I say the game is on, how much time do I need?
Like
2 hours.
4 hours. Like y'all
The rest of the night. The rest of the night.
No more.
Rest of the night. The game is on. The rest of the night. Like I will let you know when it's time. The game is on. The game is on. Why would you even?
Little game.
See, here we go. The game is on. Look, I left you alone while you was watching The Bachelor. The game is on. The game is on. I need the rest of the evening. I need the rest of the evening. That's
y'all
just all
are
it is
crazy
to
when
it
it comes to them games, video games, and actual sports games. Like,
well, the 2K, like, oh, we're about to hop on and play 2K. That was the very next one. And so what that means is 3-4 hours.
I'm about to say that's a few
3-4
hours.
At least 3-4 hours. At least 3-4 hours. 2K, oh yeah. I don't even fuck with 2K like that because the shit's just too real for me. I just feel like at that point I might as well just go out and play basketball. No, because like when you used to play video games, you could play, I could score 100 points, you could do some cool shit. Now, like it's so real. They got like they get crazy tired. Their moves are just like the court. Like there's just
I think get tired on the game.
like they would get tired before, but like now it's real. Like they can get an injury. Like it's just too real. It's too real. I don't even like to play it anymore. It's not it. Okay, so when a dude says he got hoes, how many hoes is that?
Minimum of 3.
Several, yeah.
I say it's at least 3. I feel like you can't have hoes if you don't have at least like the number of letters in that word. So maybe even 4. Like you need at least, you know, and they don't all have to be active. You can have dormant hoes, but you need to at least have, you know, cause maybe that's not somebody that I'm really in contact with every day. But like, you know, when it's time for her to hoe out, like I need to be able to contact that number. You know, look, women have hoes too. You know,
Facts.
this is not their part of the show though. This is not their part of the show.
It's coming,
all right?
ladies.
And that's fine. So it's at least 2 or 3. Now, if a dude says he got a roster, how many's on that roster?
5.
10.
That is a lot of people to keep up with.
That is a lot. That's too many. I don't even, that's some Drake type shit. You have assistants.
No
to
one
keep up
said
with
it had
that.
to be well. Like he had to keep up with them well, but he could have,
No, it ain't 10. It's between 4 and 7. It's between 4 and 7.
That's fair.
That. Because you gotta think like a full roster. You gotta have a full lineup. So like that sweet part is like 5, 6 number. Because when you start getting 7 and 8, that's too many. Like I can't even send that many texts in a day if I wanted to. That's just too much. I don't even know why.
Max capacity.
All right. So when he says I'm gonna go out with the fellas, I'm gonna be out a while. How long is that?
All night till 3 hours in the morning.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time.
4 in the morning.
It's a long time.
I'm learning that everything that guys say just mean a long ass time.
Yeah,
that's not true. Some things are quick. Some things are quick. Some things are quick. See, your mind, you just nasty. That's just all that is. We weren't even talking about that. We weren't even talking about that.
Okay. But I'm done.
But I'm chush. That's what we need. That's fine. So now, Ottawa, you and these fucking balloons. You and these fucking balloons. I'm gonna need you to take off that upgrade. You're gonna need to take it off.
You have to upgrade it.
You need to go back to 16.9 or whatever that was.
I'll never go back.
I said never. You are really tickling yourself right now. You are really enjoying yourself.
So
clearly.
Cool. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right. Now this one I feel like is more of a black thing, but I just feel like when men and women say it's a little different. So like if a dude says I'm gonna go to the store right quick, how long is that?
Oh, it's gonna be a minute.
No,
I was gonna say with guys, I would say like 30 minutes.
It's the other way around. It's quick. It's quick.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go to the store right quick, that means this is between a 15 to 30 minute trip. It's a quick thing. Now, when a lady says it, I feel like
It's gonna be a minute.
It's three
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
At
yeah.
least 90
Yeah.
minutes. At least 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, the dude, that's gonna be quick. I'm about to go right quick. Right. Now, the next thing is if a dude says he's going to the barbershop, how long is he gonna be gone?
Hours.
No, I would just say 2 hours.
That's his counselor. They gonna have conversations.
No, because
they gonna joke.
but see, this is where you start to get specific with it. Do you have an appointment, or is he just going to see? You see what I'm saying? If he had an
If he has to
appointment,
wait.
he's probably not going to be gone as long. Now, the barber could be very popular. It could be that. And then is he going on a Saturday, or is he going on the weekday?
It's
You
his
see what I'm
boys
saying?
meeting him up there, like the whole
Right.
thing.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a little different. So that one can waver, but genuinely, it's between an hour to 2 hours.
Sure.
Genuinely.
That's what I said, 2 hours.
Now, when he references the homies, how many people you think that is on average?
3.
2 to 3.
3 to 5.
I think it's more close to Sean. I think it's 3 to 5.
Okay.
If I say the homies, because you're talking about people that have been rocking with you for a while. So how large is that circle? I believe you're talking about the inner circle when you're talking about the homies.
That's
So
fair.
3 to 5. All right. So now you with your lady. This is for the dudes and couples, right? And then you with your lady, and if dude asking, so girl, so how much energy you think you got?
Oh Lord.
How much energy he got? Did that
He
mean
wants,
he's trying
he
to have
wants some
sex?
cutty.
He wants some
Exactly.
cutty.
Exactly.
He didn't get
Exactly.
a cutty last night.
How much energy you got? That's what that means. That transfers to
All tied.
see it in like when the dog just put the game on at that point. Just put the game on. Because the worst is when she said, "Oh, I got some energy," and then 15 minutes later you see her sleep. Just put the game on, dog. Just put the game on. It's over for you tonight. It's
That's
over.
funny.
Okay, so now this one is more of a relationship one, right? So now if a dude says we just chilling, what's that mean?
Child, he ain't trying to be in no relationship. Exactly. He
That
here
he
for a
ain't trying
good
to be
time, not a
nothing
long
serious.
time. Mm-hmm.
We
I
chilling.
mean,
He's
we
so
just-
unserious.
ladies chill too. Fuck out of here, like it's just dudes.
Well, we
didn't
talking about
say
the men
that.
right
We
now.
talking about the men right
We
now.
are.
This they part of the
Okay.
show.
It is a part
Exactly.
of the show. That's right. Stand up on it. Stand up on it. Exactly. But yeah, chilling is just that. It's just that right there. But that's the bulk of that boy math. That's the bulk of it.
Okay, boy,
the
math.
bulk
I
right
like
there.
that.
Okay.
All right, Leslie, what
Have
you
you
got?
have you gleaned further insight into it? Do you feel like you know more about men now?
No.
Okay, that's fine. that's fine.
Oh my goodness. So I did both girl math and work math. Work math was taking me out. So I'm gonna spend a little time on girl math, but it's really the work math I feel
That's
like we can
fine.
all
That's
really
fine.
relate to.
That's fine. Y'all's math is long anyway, so it's fine.
I feel like a lot of the math has to do with money when it comes to women. So like this hit home for me. So if I order, say like $100 worth of clothes and shipping is $25, that's too much. I won't get it.
Yeah, shipping should be
Do not
free.
pass go.
Shipping
Do
should
not-
be free.
should be
If I
free.
order over $100
You would
worth of
think-
clothes,
you
shipping
would-
should be free.
But it depends on the site you're using, right? So reverse that and say if I order $125 worth of clothes and shipping is free, I'm spending the same amount of money technically. I won't get the first order, but I'll get it if it's free shipping because I'm like, yes, that makes
That's
sense.
just common sense, though. That's just common sense. Because if I'm going to get free shipping and I was going to pay the $25 anyway, you might as well just get the rest of the clothes because you were going to spend the same amount of
You
money.
would think so. Sometimes people don't do that. Like I just did it on a book order, but this is
But I mean, that sounds like going to Costco or some shit and buying wholesale. That's what that sounds like. So,
Sure.
that's fine.
Okay. So another thing, if I pay with cash, then it's free.
I don't
I don't know
understand.
about that.
I don't understand. What are you saying right now?
Because you already had the cash on you, so it's not like you're swiping your card. You don't see it coming out of your account.
No, you spent
Yeah, I
the
don't
money.
know about this girl, man.
You spent that damn money. This is the type of shit I be talking about.
If
Talk
I
about
have
I'm gonna go to
cash,
Target.
then I don't have money. That's what I said. If I have cash, I don't have money because that shit disappears.
Pierce.
It
like
does.
that.
It
like
does.
that.
The
Instantaneously.
minute you break a 20, the whole 20 is
gone.
gone.
It's gone. It's
You
gone.
literally
Like,
bought
I don't
one
even-
thing for $1.25,
is.
and now your whole 20 is gone.
Okay. No, that's real. That's real. How about if I spend money the day before I get paid, then I didn't spend money?
No, you spent that money. No. You spent that money. This sounds like when you go to Target.
know-
I'm only going to Target for 3 things. You coming out with a full cart full of shit. No.
Or if you return something,
Here we
then
go. Here we go.
No, because I feel this. If you return something, then it's like you didn't spend money at all because you returned it. So therefore, you have free money to buy something else.
Nah, I agree with that.
No.
Nah, if I
Thank
got money
you.
back from spending money,
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait,
spend
I
it
was,
again.
I was, I was
wait.
gonna spend it already. So if I return something, then technically I can still spend that money because I already knew in my heart of hearts that money was gonna be spent.
That money was gone
Okay,
anyway.
you broke
Exactly.
even. That's fine. But the only time that's permissible is if you got store credit. Otherwise, you spent that money. If it was store credit, I
The money
accept
was
that. That's
already
fine.
spent either way.
No,
Exactly.
you got it back.
It's like you don't see it. So
If it went back to your card, you got that money back.
Nah, that money gone.
and right, it's already gone in my head. So, if I don't spend money today, then I've doubled my budget for tomorrow.
Nah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you didn't. Because okay, if you look at like a per diem, you didn't spend your per diem. So yeah, I accept.
Because you budgeted that money out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
You
accept.
budgeted
I
that
accept
money.
that.
Now
That's
you got
reasonable.
double the budget.
Okay.
That's
tomorrow.
reasonable.
Exactly.
Now that's what I be
That's
doing. I be
reasonable.
like, damn, if I spend more than enough, my budget is $50 a day, and I spend $75 a day.
So tomorrow
Damn.
you can't spend.
Tomorrow,
You can only spend
I'm
25.
only
That's
gonna
only
spend
25.
$25.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I probably would still have spent the 50.
You should do like a weekly per diem. That way, like throughout the week, it's kind of like when it comes to like calories and stuff like that. Like measure it over a week's time versus daily. Hey, Cyrus.
Is there girl math for calories?
There is, but we're
There
not gonna
should
get
be.
into all that. I wanna move into the work math of it all because this is what I really like related to. So, starting your lunch, not at the time you get up from your desk.
Not till I
but
get my
At the
food.
time you
Not until I
start
get my
eating,
food.
take that first bite. Regardless if it's 30 minutes or an hour, it don't start until I put that food in my mouth. I feel like we all relate to that.
Because we're not even at lunch.
That's
How
100%.
can I even be at lunch?
Exactly.
Especially
That's
if,
insane. Talk
if a
about-
coworker talks to me, my time starts over, bro. This is why I don't like the
Absolutely.
damn break room. Absolutely not.
Right.
Time
Facts.
starts
Facts.
over
Don't
if
say that.
somebody
I got
starts
my
talking to you.
headphones in. Exactly.
Like that's fucking lunacy talking about your lunch start when you clock out. Nigga, do I have the food? How's
Right.
even lunch?
Right. Yeah, it's asinine. Like past jobs I've had only had like 30 minutes breaks. Like how do you expect me to like go get food and come back and have time to eat it? Like that's not enough time. That's ridiculous. So for those who maybe like work in the office majority of the days and they so happen to have a work from home day, that's actually a personal day. They just don't let their managers know it's a personal day.
Yes, I agree with that. Shout out to work from home.
Yes.
If it depends on what I have to do that day. Because if I have to do something that's very strenuous and then I've been chained to the computer all day, that was not a personal day. That was not a personal day. Like just because I worked from home that day and I had something big to turn in, nah, that wasn't no personal day.
But that's what
No.
we're saying. It's gonna be a day when you don't have like huge deadlines and stuff to meet. So it's like you kind of
Oh, well, then fuck yeah. Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Okay, respect.
That's a
Um,
travel day for me.
Oh, absolutely. It's a travel day. For sure. It's a travel day.
Requesting PTO as a formality because the flight's already been booked, hotels
Yeah.
booked, like entire.
Really, I'm
vacation
just trying to
plan.
let you know that I'm
Let's
going.
Prepare the
Yo,
others is what
one
it
of
is.
one of the funniest stories. So okay, like so in the military, right? You know they're very stringent on like you taking off your days. You must take off your days, all of that, right? So I forget, was this in the Air Force? No, it's my buddy. My buddy was in the Navy. Okay, he was going out of town, right? They were going on a lovely trip with his lady. They were going to be gone for like a week, 2 weeks, something like that, right? Some amount of time where you definitely need to put those days off in, right? So he was telling people like a month and like 2 months out. He's like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna be gone for. Everybody was like, oh yeah, it's like he's gonna be gone for then, right? So by the time the trip came, right, he went and was gone. He never put in his PTO, but everybody just accepted it because he told them for so long ago.
Because he said it
Never
for
put
so
it in.
long.
Right, and he got to keep all those days, and then took them off later because he
Hey.
said it for so many days. Because he just kept putting in people's heads, talking about incepting people. He's like, I'm gonna be gone for then. Like his boss, everybody just accepted it and didn't even realize till he got back he never took the days off. Fucking masterful,
Hey.
masterclass, a
Wow.
masterclass.
Most jobs would have made
Masterclass.
him like go back and take those days, but I guess it's different with the military.
Yeah, at that point, it's
Nah.
too late. You can't go back and do it. Yeah, because the thing is that if he were to take those days, he can't be on base. Can't do it. You can't clock into work. You can't because the thing is that looks bad on the government because then If he couldn't take the days, then it's like, why couldn't you take your days? So then that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's different with corporate because corporate will go back in the system and fix it and take some days and stuff.
But the government, nah, man, that was masterful. I was like, that was a master class in how to get the days off of work without taking up PTO.
Shout out to him.
I'm gonna have to try that one.
Girl, don't.
I mean, you gotta start it 3 months out. You gotta start it 3 months out though. He started that shit ahead of time because he was telling people.
Early. I'll be
girl.
He was like, I'm not gonna be here, right? You know we're not gonna be here, right? He kept saying it. Oh man,
let us know how it works, girl. If you work from home, you start your work when your first meeting starts. So say if you're normally clock in by 9 a.m., but your first meeting ain't till 11, you don't start working till 11.
That's absolutely right. That is absolutely
right.
right.
Let me tell y'all how that got me. So I usually don't start work until, like you said, my first meeting starts. But my fucking job wanted to do Target Tuesdays. This is when we work at the Target Corporation and shit. And they wanted to have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even know I started work at 9. I thought my schedule was 10 to 5. Because none of my meetings have ever been before 10 o'clock. So I didn't even know that's the time I was supposed to be working. And I get these 9 o'clock calls like, I didn't even know we was at work yet. What's going
on?
That's that bullshit. They trying to catch folks slipping. That's all that is.
A mess. Saying that's not my job when it's clearly in your job description.
I would challenge you to go pull the contract out and find where it is. I would be like, I'm gonna need you to pull out the contract and show me the line.
They're gonna show you where it says other duties as necessary.
That is so right, exactly. It's in the fine print.
You son of a bitch! How dare you? How dare you?
Oh my goodness. The day you hand in your resignation is in fact the last day you'll be working instead of the 2 weeks that they try to encourage. Baby, if I hand you that resignation, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got for you.
Not before. I've always given 2 weeks.
I think that more or less depends on what your job is, though, because there's just some jobs where you can't really do that. Like if you were a doctor and you had patients to see for 2 weeks, it's probably or like especially if you were private practice, you better go see them patients.
Well, I ain't no doctor, so I ain't never had to worry about that, child.
Right, or it could be it could be something you were lead on that you know what I'm saying. Like it just depends on what that gig is, though. I feel.
And last one, saying like you don't have the capacity to do whatever your job is, but you have the capacity to surf websites and do online shopping and other things where you're supposed to be working.
That doesn't take any mental capacity at all. Like, what are you saying? That doesn't take any mental capacity in at all. That's like doing a Sudoku puzzle. I'm just letting life happen right now. What are we talking about?
What takes a little mental capacity to complete Sudoku puzzles? Right? They're actually kind of hard.
He just threw that out there.
I have the app on my phone. I play every day. I'm telling you.
All I'm saying is that's a game. That's different. Like if I was playing Halo at my desk, that's different than you ever talking about. I got to send a report to you. Look right now. This is easy. That report gonna take some work. I got to call 5-6 people. No.
But yes, that's the end of my work. I just had a brain fart.
Work math.
Work math, girl. Work math.
I was thinking work talk. I'm like, no, it's not talk. Work math. Yes. Clearly, I've been working too much. Need to rest my brain.
I believe that brings us to the end of the Math Ain't Mathin'. Viewers, if you feel that there are other math that we missed, I mean, we would love you to add it to the curriculum. You know, we like to learn new things.
I see what you did there.
We love to learn new things. I'm here for it. You know, if there's other girl math or boy math or work math, I'm interested in some of that police math because I just want to know why you thought I was speeding. So, you know.
Oh, I got one that it might take a dark turn. Never mind.
Take that shit. Take that turn. Take that turn.
Well, for police math is black equals guilty. Like,
of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah, we knew that math.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what lead out there.
I'm just trying to understand what the academy they told you that led you to get to that answer.
Or if you see like 2 or 3 cop cars like in like 2 to 3 minute time span. Oh, them boys out there got a quota to meet. It's the end of the month.
Oh yeah, the boys out there.
They got a quota to meet. Yep.
You know it's holiday
At what point,
time.
like, do you see?
Or if you see them in the neighborhood, like a few of them in the neighborhood, black is hot.
Black is hot. That was actually my next question. Like, At what point, like, how many people do you need to see for it's like, I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with the boys. Like, how many police do you
2.
need to see? Like, what's the number? It's
Hell,
just 2 for you.
Want to do it? That'll
I
do
see
it.
more. I
1
see
is
more than
like,
3 squad.
2 is like,
Like,
nah, something up.
if I see 3 squad cars at the grocery store, I'm finding another store. Like, it's just
Oh yeah,
no.
for sure. Or like on the side of the road, if you're like passing by, you see like 2 squad cars. You're like, oh, something's up. They doing a search. They
Nah,
doing
we
something.
need to do something else. We need to go
Yeah,
another way.
yeah.
Another way.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, indeed, guys. So if you have other math, please send them on. We're looking for it. Hit us up. But we're gonna take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Les, stopping by to let you know we have new merch dropping. Check it all out at culture101podcast.com.
Hello.
Oh, side note, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was gonna say I went to the gym this morning and I've been telling my trainer I was gonna bring her, a sticker, because I had leftover stickers, and so I brought her one. I had the other pack with me, and so she's trying to get it open. Yes, and so I gave her one, and the guy at the front desk was looking. He was like, "Oh, you need help getting that open?" So I got it. He's like, "What is this?" And I told him about our podcast and check us out, check out our merch. And then another girl who works with my trainer, the one I said randomly waxed me, and we figured out we like go to the same trainer. I ran into her too because she trains on Monday.
Into your esthetician?
That's
Well, she's
funny.
she's not a regular one. I just used her one time, but we realized we went to the same trainer and stuff like that. Yeah.
She been
was
all
over
up in
here
your
like-
cooch, and now she's like sees you there.
But she's super cool though. Told her about the podcast as well, gave her a sticker and stuff like that. So
I just can see in my head, like you at the gym, right? You got your shorts on, and then she's like, "Girl, that camel toe look familiar. Where I know you from? I know you from.
Where I know you from?
Where I know you from? Oh God.
No, when I went to get it done a couple months ago, when I saw her,
That's what
when we had
happened.
the conversation.
Sure.
But
That's what happened.
I was stretching. I felt someone tap my leg, and I looked down because she was down there stretching, and I was like, "Oh, hey!" She's like,
She noticed you from down under.
Of course she did. She knew your undercarriage. She knew it well. She knew it well. Oh,
Hey,
fucking we.
Don't put this at the front of the show. I forgot we was recording.
I can't make no promises.
I was just about to say, can't promise that.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Les, 1/3 of the Culture 101 podcast. We want you to stay locked in for more content coming to you soon. Stay tuned.
And welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And you know what time it is? It's time to do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. Do it. Shonda John, take it away.
Do it for the culture. I'm sorry, I was in my bag a little bit. That was a
We
little.
see you.
I like to do it for the culture. I was gonna call it a ringtone. Lord, the theme song,
Aged yourself so bad right now.
not the ringtone.
Gen Z's like, what's a ringtone?
Tell me you're older without telling me you're older.
Mm-hmm,
Right.
mm-hmm.
Let me record my ringtone off the radio. That's how
Shout
old
out
I am.
to our nostalgia episode. Go back and listen, y'all.
All right, so it's no secret that black girls have been making waves across gymnastics, but now the black boy joy has been taking over, and they deserve some recognition too. Yes, shout out to the black boy joy.
Yes.
So we have Fred Richard and Khoi Young. So sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Khoi, but that's what I think it is. We're gonna go with. So the Black Wall Street Times reported that Fred Richard and Khoi Young helped the Team USA secure bronze in this year's Gymnastics World Championship in Belgium, making it the first time that America has gotten a medal since 2014. And
Nice.
well deserved, by the way. Richard, he was defending the 2023 high bar, and he jeopardized the team's medal prospects in the qualifications round. But he made a comeback when it came down to clinching the team medal and posting an outstanding score of 14.533 on the high bar, the highest among all team participants. So my man's got the highest score.
Yes.
Shout
We
out
love it.
to young Richard. Khoi Young, he has been very consistent on the vault, and with his flawless execution, he ended up with a score of 14.666 to add to the team's total. He ended with a score of 13.66, which is the highest among his colleagues.
Nice.
They have been tearing it up across gymnastics. I know. What were we saying was the youngest that you start gymnastics?
15.
Kids start from like ages
Oh,
15.
you know,
3
like
though.
as
I
a
meant
child?
like
Yeah,
young,
like
yeah,
3 or
young,
Oh,
young.
4.
between
Since
three,
they're
yeah, between
like
3 and 5.
3 or 4 years
Mm-hmm.
old that they've been
Mm-hmm.
in this doing gymnastics competition. So I definitely want to give a shout out to these young men. Richard, he's now the youngest U.S. athlete to win a medal in the Global Gymnastics Championship. So he clinched the
Nice.
win for Team USA on the high bar, nailing his landing to overtake Great Britain for third place.
Nice.
Japan scored 255.594, and the People's Republic of China scored 253.794, putting them at first and second, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
Still, Teams USA collective success ended them with 252.428 points remarks, which marks the fourth World Championship team medal for USA's men's gymnastics team. So shout out to those young men bringing Black boy joy all across gymnastics and all that they're doing. I know we had
Yes.
another special shout out. Simone Biles has also
Yes.
been scoring. Yeah, shout out to them. Gymnastics is a sport I never even knew about growing up as a kid. Like I'd never even seen anybody do gymnastics. So to see so many young Black people in this sport, it's honestly so amazing to see. And I'm so proud of them. We want to wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. And shout out to y'all for winning medals out here. Y'all did that.
Yeah, I was in
Absolutely.
gymnastics for a hot minute, but it ain't last long. But no, shout out to
Oh,
Simone Biles
Leslie,
because
I didn't know you used to do gymnastics.
I see my mom has a picture, just a little picture of me, and my sister in our little like outfits or whatever. But
My little
yeah,
brother
we.
used to do it. He was pretty good. Like he was a flipper. He was all the
He was
flippers.
Mm-hmm.
a
And
flipper
plus in
flipper.
Chicago, it's a well, no, in Chicago it's just a big deal because you have like you have the Jesse, is it Jesse Jackson tumblers? Anyway, you have the tumblers, and like they're
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Like they're always at the Bud Billiken parade. So it's just like it's a natural like progression. You would just think that you would get more Black athletes that would do gymnastics. It's just it's expensive. That's the other part of that. Gymnastics is very
And
expensive.
why
So
people really don't do it, or they don't have the means to doing it because it's
Mm-hmm.
so
yeah.
It's not
expensive.
a cheap
But
sport, yeah. But
Hmm.
yeah, shout out to Simone Biles. She's now like the most decorated gymnast in the world. I believe she has like 32 medals, something like that.
Damn.
So
damn,
killing it,
she
killing
ain't
it.
even 32. She
She
got
came back.
32
She came
medals.
back with a
Right,
vengeance, didn't she? Like
she
she took
did.
that time off and she said, "I'm about to come back and blow this motherfucker up."
Okay,
Came back with a
okay,
vengeance. I love it. I
yeah.
love it.
So yeah, shout out to everybody Black. We always love that they're excelling in their fields, killing in gymnastics, making a name for themselves, and bringing home the gold. So happy for them.
Shout out to y'all. And that's all we have this week for Do It for the Culture. Do it, do
Do
it, do
do
it
it.
for the
Do it for the
culture.
culture.
Why we always use the little shoulders? Everybody
I
fuck them
don't
up with the
know.
shoulders.
I
Do it
mean,
for the
because
culture.
like it's on
Do it,
camera,
do
they
it,
can
do
see
it for the
that. That's what they
culture.
can see. Because I'm not about to get up and do a spin. So you know, it's just not
You're not
time
going
for
to
that.
spin like you did in Atlanta?
I mean, that was different.
Pray,
That's because
delay.
Ray stayed, Ray
we're gonna
walked
let
away.
that video air. We're gonna put it on the page. We're gonna let that
Okay,
air,
okay,
and
okay.
people gonna understand. They're gonna be like, "Oh, of course. Why? That's how you have to do it. It's
I'll
important."
post it right after we log off.
That's
I
fine.
got you.
That's fine, guys. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, it's your boy Tris, and guess what? We got new merch. That's right, new merch. Come check it out. Culture101podcast.com. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end. But we gotta say happy shows. But before we get out of here, of course, we want to say thank you to all our listeners that are continuing, and then also thank you to any new listeners that we have as well. But of course, remember to like, subscribe, check us out on Spotify, on Apple, on Google, on just any place that you get your podcasts, on YouTube. We're there. Reach out to us. We love to engage. And you can definitely reach us at that email. And Leslie, that email is.
Contact@culture101podcast.com.
All right.
And along with liking and subscribing, make sure you share, leave a review, engage in the comments. You
Yes, leave
can,
them reviews.
yes, please leave the reviews. But also, if you go to our website, culture101podcast.com, you can also write us a little listener letter. Let us know if you want to be anonymous, make up your own name, that's fine. And then also,
Anybody
purchase
named
our
Fatima
merch.
gets first priority.
Purchase
Come
the
on, Fatima.
merch.
Purchase the merch. It is available to you now. It is just amazing. I, put work into this. So again, if there's something that you want and you don't see, let us know. We can create it for you. That's not a problem. But I feel like you will see something that you like already existing. So go purchase the merch.
My mother's already like, see, I see what my Christmas present gonna be then. I'm like, all right, Ma. All right.
Exactly.
Not you gonna purchase the merch for her. She need to be purchasing our merch. Mom, do purchase our merch.
She probably will buy something. She probably will. Money. But she's also gonna be like, buy me something, boy. I want something for Christmas. That's what she's gonna be like. I know how this works. It's fine.
Pretty much.
And that's fine. But all right, y'all. Until the next time, I've been Tris.
It's your girl Les.
And I'm Sean the Don.
And even though that math may change, the vibe remains the same. We out, y'all.
Bye.